My name is Rashan McClarty. I'm a Christian filmmaker and also a member of this church. And they asked me to get up and share how the church equipped me. Thank you, Randy. Randy, hand him, please. Okay, so they asked me to get up and share how the church helped equip me to become the man I am today. First, I want to start off with just prayer, entering into prayer, if you don't mind with me, please. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we just, first of all, Lord, I just ask that you set aside my intellect, Father. It's not important. I pray that you use me to speak to your people, Lord, that your Holy Spirit move throughout this service, Lord. You know what's going on in this world, Father, but your word says that you'll take care of us, Father. We're your children. We fully believe in that, Father. We know who you are, and we honor you and glory you, Father, for who you are, Lord. We believe in your power, Father, and there's no virus, nothing that can control you or not you, Father. So, Lord, again, we just put all of our faith in you. There's some things that we don't understand, Lord, but you know you're victorious, Father. We love you, Lord. We honor you. And we thank you so much for sending your son, died on the cross for our sins, for we are unworthy of it. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. All right, so, again, my name is Rashan McClarty, and I was really praying about what the Lord wanted me to share with you guys, and I'm a storyteller. So what I'll do is I'll give you two quick stories, there's many people who have blessed me within this church, this body, and outside of this church as well, because it's about the body in general, right? You hear pastors say it all the time, like, if you don't go to this church, then we pray that you go to another Bible-believing church, right? So, two people specifically that the Lord just continues to place in my heart is Sister Tammy, I don't know where she is, and Rev Kev. Story, baby, you come up here, please. This is my wife. Can we encourage her with a round of applause, please? I didn't want you guys staring at me all day, so I want you guys to look at how beautiful she is. Woo! Randy tells me to joke around every once in a while, so I try and have fun. I see my aunt in the back, too. I love you, aunt. So a long time ago, actually in my previous relationship before my beautiful wife, I was in this hallway, and I just came out. I had decided to serve. And I was actually, before that, I was in Rev Kev's office, and I remember that he asked me, hey, do you want to serve? And he was kind of pushing me in a way, to be honest with you, out of love. But if you know Rev Kev, he'll push you out of love. So I kind of was neglected to serve, and I had a lot to learn, but it's because I didn't really want to submit, right? I didn't want to really follow in leadership. But the Lord dealt with me in that. So I said yes, and I served, continued to grow in that. And in doing so, the Lord blessed me with a script that I wrote in 9 days, a full script. The script is like about 90 pages, and he was just downloading it to me, and I was writing on napkins. If my mom is here, she would tell you that I was like asking her to text me stuff so I could remember scenes. And out of that script, I remember, fast forward, I finished the script. We were at the church in this hallway, and I ran into Sister Tammy, and I told her what I was going through at the time, being vulnerable. I feel at times we're not vulnerable with each other, that we put on this kind of like, this face, right? And we don't want to be vulnerable, but that's not biblical, you know what I mean? So I was vulnerable with Sister Tammy, and the Lord used her in such a way where she blessed me, and she basically told me that who I was with wasn't my wife, right? And those were hard words, and I was like, okay, well, maybe she's not my wife right now, but she'll be in the future. So I still didn't want to listen. And then what she told me was, she said, some of you guys may have heard this already, but she said, write a list. I want you to write a list of who you want your wife to be. And I remember in 2015, I was writing this list. And on the list, it listed a whole bunch of things, right? And I'm gonna tell them about the blue eye. So on the list, Don't judge me, okay? I'm being vulnerable. On the list, it said, one of the lists, it said, the things on the list, it said blue eyes, right? So that was one of the things. There was multiple things on the list. And fast forward 2016, November 5th was the first day that I shook my wife's hand. And we were introduced through a brother of mine. His name is 70. He's a preacher at a church here in Fresno. And the Lord spoke to him, and he spoke a word into my wife. At the time, she had like a wall up, right? And this is how it's all God when it's out of your control, right? So he spoke a word into her, and for some reason that day the walls came down, right? And she was more open. So we shook each other's hand. We introduced ourselves, and so I thought she knew who I was because I had reached out to her before. I tell y'all that, and she did not reply to me. So my ego was a little hurt. I even changed my picture profile, you know what I mean, to get her attention. That didn't work. Praise God, it didn't. But anyways, we met kind of in the parking lot too. Wasn't planned. We just started talking. I was talking about the movie, and then she was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I heard you. I remember kind of who you are." Fast forward, I sent her the script. She read it in a few days. We talked about it a little bit. The conversation continued to grow outside of the script, and I remember one night that I had the book that I wrote. Sister Tammy told me to write my list. I pulled out my drawer because the Lord was dealing with me. She had a child, and he said, "Don't play with her." So I took out my book, and I was like, "All right, God, if this is my wife, then this is my wife. If this is not my wife, then it's not my wife. I'm going to stop talking to her." So I put out the book, and I remember reading of the list. I asked her, I said, "If you had to say something about me, what would you say?" She said that you're a filmmaker and you love God. So I was like, okay, that's kind of broad, but we only knew each other for 2 weeks, right? So then she asked me, which I knew she was going to ask me. She said, "What about yourself?" Or what'd you ask me, man? You said, yeah, she said, "Okay, well, what about me?" And then I said, I just pulled out my notebook. I lived at my grandmother's house at the time, and I remember pulling out the drawer, pulling out my notebook, reading down the list of 28 things, and she was quiet. It was like 10 seconds of awkward silence, and her response was, "Wow, you really know me," right? And I'm saying that to say that I didn't know her. It's only been 2 weeks. It's impossible for me to know her, right? So this was all God that designed this. I was so excited that I wanted to share with her at that moment, but the Lord said no. So fast forward again, this has to do with the body equipping me here again. Once again, remember I was in this office, red cab. I was out there in the lobby. And then another time, the first time we actually hung out together, it was December 11th, 2016. And at the time we were doing a Christmas play here. So I was in the back with my brothers, and she texted me, and I kind of tried to get my little swag on. And I ran in the hallway, and I saw her for the first time at this church, right? We hung out a little bit, and I shared with her basically what the Lord. No, that was after we went home. We weren't alone. Okay, my grandmother was there. Amen. Okay. Oh, it was my birthday too. It was December 11th. It was my birthday. What a present. So we went home. I actually showed her the book physically, and she almost fainted. Right? She was hit by the Spirit. She almost fainted. And but the Lord had placed a peace in her heart about it. And you fast forward 2017, because there's so many stories, but the Lord told me specifically stick to her. So you fast forward 2017, we got married. And the reason why I have her up here is because I want you guys to see the Bible says that, was it Hebrews 11:1? Let me pull it out real quick for those who don't know.
Faith.
Let me, I'm just sharing. I'm not teaching. The Lord told me to share, not teach. So I'm just going to share what the Bible says. So there's two scriptures that came to mind. Hebrews 11:1 says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen." So the reason why I bring her up here is because I didn't see her before, right? And I allow you guys to see how the Lord... For you guys, how you guys? you're hitting me. All right. So God just placed it on my heart. This is what I had to share. Again, my wife and I, we've been married for 3 years, or 2 years.
Going on 3.
Going on 3. We have a beautiful, can my brother's with us too. Can you stand up real quick? Christian, he's always with us. And my beautiful daughter, can you stand up, Sophia? So we have our brother's with us. We have a beautiful daughter. That's good. You guys can sit down there. And then we have a beautiful son too. That's what I felt to share. And I hope that you guys are blessed by that.